Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. Thanks to those of you that have joined me. This is going to be short and sweet because Lauren's going to be doing something at 8 o'clock, so we'll be done before then. But this morning I made a video where I told you that between 7 and 8 I will go live. I'll do it impromptu, and I will orient people as to the plan outside of politics. And the first thing I want to say to all of you is that you need to think about what is actually happening and ask the questions that no one is asking. Why are parties in parliament, okay, that have, and this has got nothing to do with politics. Why have parties in parliament that have accumulated hundreds of millions of rands of taxpayers' money not been able to transform the country into something decent? Some parties in the billions, if you include the ANC and the Democratic Alliance, in the billions, okay? What have they done with that money? They have not been able to transform anything with that. They've not been able to improve the country with all that money. Now you have new political parties, movements, etc., trying to come into the fray without any of that funding. And no one is looking at that. Why is that? And that is why this has got nothing to do with politics. This has got to do with control, nothing else. So how do you keep that control away from your life? And that is the non-political purpose of what we are trying to do. And this is super important. What is self-reliance? Self-reliance is you not trying to convince the next oak to do the same as you. Self-reliance is you finding the best thing for yourself, being able to look after yourself in many different ways. And the 5 things that we've said, you need to do that is water, food, shelter, energy, and something to keep you sane or make you feel loved. That is simple and that is important. You on your own, not your buddy next door, your guy on social media, or whoever else. And you don't need to tell anyone else about this. Any plan that you believe in, you do not need to tell anyone else about it or try and convince other people about that plan. That is not self-reliance. Self-reliance is you relying on yourself to keep your mouth shut when you are supposed to. Not to have to tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry what you are planning with your water supply when you don't have to. Do not convince other people of what you believe. You don't need to do that. That is self-reliance. So this plan is simple. It is everything to do with critical mass theory, which you can see in practice working. Find other people that already are looking for answers, that already don't listen to the mainstream media as gospel, that already see that there's something wrong with the world. We are trying to find those people. I have not once in my life tried to convince someone else that I'm right. That is the dumbest thing you can do. So stop doing it. So what does that mean? On social media, the plan is that you create as many social media platforms as you can with your own time, with your own effort, with your name behind it, or whatever else you want to put behind it, whatever name you want to give it, but it's your effort. People come there to follow you. And many people have done this. There's many people in this community that are on Twitter and other platforms where they've built a following for themselves, promoting the very same thing in the way they believe, in their own words. And that is excellent. I've begged for this before, and many of you have listened. Now we have those that need validation, and this is a weakness in your personality, that have to go and try and convince other people that what you're doing is right. Stop doing that. That is not the plan. The plan is for you to become self-reliant. If you are not self-reliant, you are worthless to this movement. You mean nothing to this movement. You're just another person on social media trying to impress other people with what other people say, or you are trying to get some validation from someone somewhere, and you're not going to get it. Do not go on other parties' timelines on other social media platforms and post our material there. I have begged people in the past not to do that. I have said very specifically, if you want to post any of the content that I produce, post it on your social media platforms everywhere. Get to share it with your friends and family, the people that you know. I say friends and family, not strangers. There's a reason for this. In our plan, the people that want to argue with you will one day become your sellouts. They will pimp on you. They will try and put you in jail. So please stop doing that. That is not part of our plan. So the first thing I want to tell you is, for you to become self-reliant, you need to look after yourself. If you can't look after yourself, how can you help other people? You cannot. If I cannot look after my family, how can I look after other people? I cannot. So I'm trying to put myself into the best position to help myself first, so I can help my wife and help my kids. And then from there, maybe we can help other people. We are trying to put ourselves in that position. But right now, all I can help is my family. And I'm getting to a point where I might be able to help many other people on my own. But I first have to follow the order of things. At the moment, I'm a beggar in this financial system we're in. We are all beggars in that system. That system can shut us down overnight if we do not have access to our own water or our own food. Overnight. Because we have to go to a shop to get the very thing that keeps us alive. Okay. So understand your position in life. And within the Omega training, the people will very quickly see how little they are. Just like I am little. What I can do is the knowledge that I have, I can share with many people. And knowledge is a big thing. It's not a small thing. But I can have all the knowledge in the world. If I don't know how to apply that knowledge, that doesn't help. You might apply the knowledge I give you better than I can. And I hope that there are people that can do that. But the plan we have to implement is one of critical mass. It means the critical mass grows and grows and grows. People are attracted to the critical mass. The critical mass of people don't go and shoot in the wind and hope that someone's going to be happy. No, you're going to get the resistance. What is that called? Deliberate subversion. If you've been told not to do something like that and you do it, you're a subverter. Knowingly. Many people unintentionally subvert many things. All of us do it, including myself, including my kids, including my wife. No one is immune to that. But you need to know when it happens by following the STAR principle and many other principles that we teach people about. So we can actually measure how we do and go through that circle. But if we do not apply these things, we will not make it, people. We need a critical mass of people by 2026. That was always a plan. When we toured the country, this was made clear. That we need a critical mass of people that have found us themselves, that believe after convicting themselves of what the plan is doing, to do and follow that plan. And people are benefiting from it. It's not rocket science. It's fairly straightforward. The political side cannot be stopped. It will achieve its end goal. It's the other side I'm worried about, because we need that to keep the political side stable. It's super important. And I want to thank all of you for coming onto this live stream. Almost 200 of you. I said this would be a short one. I will do a longer live stream in detail with points broken down, where I will put those points in the first comment tomorrow night, and you can go and print it out if you want and stamp it into your head. I will give you all the things that will stipulate how you should do certain things, what you need to avoid, just simple things. In the Omega Advanced Training, it'll be done in a lot more detail for many reasons. But stop trying to impress other people with information. Stop engaging the DA. Stop engaging people in the ANC. Stop engaging people in the Freedom Front Plus. If people believe in that, the first thing we believe in is freedom of choice. They have a right to believe whatever they want. We believe this. We want them to give us that same right. They're not doing that because they're following the UN's agenda. They ask us to follow Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals. I say to them, up yours, go stuff yourselves. We are not going to become human prisons. So please, I ask you, take this seriously. This is not a social media game. This is happening in real time. And it's far more serious than most of you can ever imagine. Please play your part. See you soon.